Take one size 10 woman with a clean your plate compulsion.
Not proud.
Add 3 clever cooks willing to share their skinny secrets. Allow 6 weeks to drop a dress size, and you've got a recipe to cook yourself thin. Want to know how to indulge and still lose the bulge? We're gonna show you how. By revamping your favorite foods and cutting the calories without sacrificing the flavor. We're gonna teach you how to cook yourself thin. Our challenge today, tackling the Clean Plate Club with better versions of chocolate muffins, chicken Caesar salad, and spaghetti and meatballs. Meet Katie.
My life centers around food!
Like many of us, Katie cannot resist eating, cleaning her plate, and admits to having no self-control.
Obviously, I'm a nonstop eater. Ever since I was a little girl, I was taught to eat everything on my plate, and the habit has been with me ever since.
Katie lives with her boyfriend, and his eating habits aren't much better.
I end up eating a lot of the junk food that he buys for himself. Rob, why?
Clearly, things need to change here.
Help me.
Okay, Casey, I have some bad news for you. These innocent-looking foods, they are sinful. They are full of calories.
They're also full of delicious. It's not my fault they taste so good.
Do you think the number, the total, 3,000 calories is delicious? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Shot in the heart, I know.
I eat more than this in a day. This is just a sampling, usually. There's snacks in between all these things.
Katie, listen, what's your goal weight?
140.
Okay, here's a quick equation. What you're gonna do is take your goal weight, which is 140, multiply that by 10, that's 1,400. That's the number of calories you need to have in the day to get to 140 and stay there.
I can maybe do that.
You can definitely do that.
You can try.
You can. Okay, well, let's start with breakfast. You game?
I will try.
I know that you love your double breakfasts, right?
Yes, I have a first breakfast, and then a little bit later I have a second breakfast.
Okay, can you tell us about the second breakfast? Because this is the double chocolate chip muffin.
Yes, when I wake up in the morning, it's very early, I just put something in my mouth to get my stomach to shut up.
Okay.
And then a few hours later when I get to work, it's time for breakfast again. And then I have a chocolate muffin, usually, with chocolate chips.
A homemade
in it.
chocolate muffin?
There's 4 different places that I'll stop to get my muffin, and each place has a different kind of muffin. And I'm not proud of what I do.
So you're actually a muffin connoisseur.
Yeah, I know a lot about the chocolate muffin.
Okay, well, you don't know a lot about our banana chocolate chip muffin. So I'm gonna make this a twofer for you. This is gonna be your first breakfast and your second combined in one, and we'll show you how. So first I want you to get started on lining these muffin tins. I'm gonna start with all the dry ingredients. So this is really easy stuff. You already have this at home in your pantry. This is 1 cup of flour. So this is half a cup of whole wheat flour. And then Allison just brought out one of the secret ingredients.
Don't you put oats in my muffin?
You won't even taste them. They're gonna keep you fuller longer. They're full of protein and fiber, and you're gonna actually really enjoy the texture, I think, that's going in there.
Okay.
Okay?
You know, and another good thing about these oats is you're already having cereal for breakfast, right?
Yes, it's back and forth between cereal and yogurt usually.
But that cereal's unsatisfying. This cereal is gonna actually keep you fuller longer.
Fuller longer is good.
That's the greatest point about oats. And we've got a ingredient right here, taking a banana and putting it in place of the fat that you would normally put in your muffin.
Am I mashing this?
Good. Mash away.
Mash it up.
Well, you did that perfectly. Want to go ahead and get that in the KitchenAid?
Cinnamon, 2 leavening agents, baking soda, and baking powder. They're gonna react with the buttermilk that we're gonna put in later. And then a pinch of salt. And then we've got, what do you think that is? You saw it.
That's delicious brown sugar. Girl's best friend. It's so good.
She can put that in.
The whole thing?
Oh yeah,
God
we're not
bless you.
depriving you. So we're gonna turn this on to a medium speed.
How are your egg cracking skills?
They're horrible. Can I try?
Yeah, this is a good place to learn. So how do you usually crack an egg?
I do it on the side of the bowl.
Nope. You're gonna do it right on a flat surface. When you do
Really?
it on the side of the bowl, the shell goes in, punctures the yolk, you gotta miss. Do it right on the flat surface. There
Son
you
of a-
go. There you go. Well done.
Oh. Yes.
Ooh, that's hot. Good
amazing.
job. Let's go ahead and bring those babies over here. When you're incorporating ingredients, go ahead and just slip them in, turn it down, and then we've got a little bit of vegetable oil. So this is
Veggie
gonna
oil.
add some moisture. We need that. Now, this is buttermilk. We actually have a lot of low-fat buttermilk, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna react with the leavening agents, the baking soda and baking powder, creating bubbles that are gonna fluff in your muffin.
Can I pour it in?
Pour it in.
The buttermilk's a little sour
Yeah, it
and
smells
tangy.
sour.
You've got all that good brown sugar in there, so they're nice partners.
And I love sour.
So last is a little chopped walnuts. I just took them from the side and chopped them. It calls for a 1/4 cup, so I put in like a heaping 1/4 cup just to measure it out.
Great.
You need a little vanilla in there.
Oh, yes, and it's, remember, important to know to get natural vanilla, not the imitation.
Not the imitation.
Keep it quality. Like, for example, these chocolate chips, we got the best.
Hello, chocolate.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one less for your muffin. Keep that in mind.
So we're gonna just throw this in here. Okay, so we're using an ice cream scoop here. This is a chef's best friend in the kitchen. So I want you to try this. Just go for it.
All right, so you ready for this chocolate?
Or who's doing the chocolate? Me?
I'm doing the chocolate.
You got a little bit of a chocoholic problem.
I do
we
have
all
a
do.
chocolate too.
Harry has it.
But we all have it. What we want to do is give you the flavor on the top and the visual of the chips. Do you like this recipe so far?
It smells great. I still get chocolate. I still get brown sugar. I still get, I mean, everything's there. It's all about the taste now.
Beauty. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the oven for 400 degrees, 15 minutes.
Okay. Oh, they look so good.
Super easy. Okay, so, I mean, normally you'd let this cool for quite a long time.
But you still have your cereal and your chocolate and your muffin.
I promise I will only eat one a day, but I'm doing it for you. No, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me.
Yeah, do it for you.
Do it to drop a dress size.
I'm just gonna bite it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh,
There is no replacement for chocolate.
do.
It's just the right amount of chocolate.
Okay, so I want to tell you, Katie, your 2 for breakfast was hitting you at about 900 calories just in the morning. That's just in the morning.
900 before 9 a.m.
Yeah. This muffin right here is only 200 calories.
Well
done. Yeah.
But
So this
chocolate, but delicious chocolate.
The goal isn't for you to be hungry, it's to give you some small changes that help you drop a dress size. Katie's trying to remake her body, but first, we're going to remake her favorite salad with a few clever swaps.
Right, here we go. Main ingredient. Oh my gosh, check it out. Cheeky girl.
It was a grape.
Now listen, chicken Caesar salad is one of those great myths, isn't it? Oh, I'm having a salad. I feel so virtuous. Let me tell you.
There are leaves involved.
And they are coated in mayonnaise, which doesn't count. Now, Candice, if you don't mind brushing the chicken with oil, it's just a case of putting on enough to keep the chicken breast moist, but not to add tons and tons of fat. Now then, they're going to go and make a nice little sizzle. Excellent. And whilst Candice is doing that, I am going to start on the croutons. So I'm using whole wheat bread because it's so much better for you. So, why don't you go ahead and put those onto that baking sheet?
Okay.
I want to know about your fetish for chicken Caesar salad.
It's not so much for the chicken Caesar salad, it's more for the dressing and the croutons and the cheese.
Right.
The leaves of the chicken. I mean, if I could just have a bowl of the dress, no, I wouldn't. Maybe I
I understand. I call it a guilty pleasure because I know how bad it is, but most people, like Harry was saying, they don't understand that it's doused in high
I know.
fat.
But you feel like when you're ordering a salad, you feel like you're being good, and then at the end you're just covered in sauce and delicious.
Well, listen, you are still going to be covered in sauce, just a different type of sauce.
Okay.
Now, the next step is to boil the egg.
What's the egg for?
The egg is just like an extra garnish.
Oh, okay.
The timer is very important because eggs wait for no man. I mean, they are very, very precise. So 6 minutes, please.
Okay.
Why don't you go, Katie, and get me that bowl, because we're going to start on the salad dressing. These are the ingredients I'm going to use. First up is Greek yogurt, a little bit of vinegar, Dijon mustard, a little bit of olive oil, just going to help to make it smooth and creamy and also combine the ingredients. And the key with salad dressings is always to make it in the bottom of the bowl that you're going to then put the leaves into, so that you've got control over how much salad dressing.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we put that in the oven for now?
Okay.
And at the same time, putting it in the oven so that they're side by side.
So this recipe is like, I can do this at home. This is gonna be simple enough for me to, because there's a lot of components and I'm getting nervous.
Don't you be nervous, don't worry. It's all about preparing. Those two are going in at the same time.
Okay, and how long am I keeping everything in the oven?
Oh, that's just going to be for about another 5 to 6 minutes to finish the cooking on the chicken.
Okay.
Now, you're going to get cracking on the lettuce. Excellent. Now, this is all about having your favourite foods, making healthy choices, not compromising.
Right.
I'm shucking our soft-boiled eggs. You want to instantly stop the cooking process.
You then put it straight into icy cold water. I'm going to take out the finished chicken. Now listen, I'm going to slice up this chicken. What I want you to do is use the other half of the garlic clove and just rub it onto these crispy pieces of...
Sure, give me the garlic finger job.
It's got flavor without any
All right, I need
calories.
another one.
Candace, do you want to give that salad just a toss for me, please?
Sure. So Harry wanted a peppery kick from arugula. So we added some baby arugula.
I'm getting everything all nice and neat and ready. Okay, I'm going to plate this up, and it's all about assembling the different bits and pieces.
Is this the part where I eat a piece of chicken?
Why not?
It's so juicy. That's amazing.
Yeah, you see, it's all about cooking things right so you get to enjoy them without feeling that you're compromising. Just because there's less calories does not mean that you're missing out. And that's, I know, something that you were worried about.
I want to be able to eat healthier. I just don't know how to cook healthy.
Ah, well, you've come to the right place, my girlfriend. Now then, a tiny little bit more on the egg yolk, and we are ready to dig in, guys.
Yeah. You're not going to tell me how many calories were in my other one, are you?
Did you think you were going to get away without
Hold
knowing?
on. Don't. Let's go into this first.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wonderful.
Now listen, I'm going to hit you with the numbers. Your old Caesar salad was costing you 850 calories.
Why must you say such ugly things to me?
Because I have good news. And this is only 447.
No.
Yeah.
Honestly, this tastes better to me than the other one. The other Caesar salad, it was the dressing. It was all about the dressing for me and the croutons. These croutons I like better. This dressing I like better. I would make this.
Katie, you are so on your way to success.
I'm gonna have another bite. It's really good.
Nice.
Katie needs to take charge of what's on her plate. We've showed her a better version of her favorite chocolate muffin and cut the calories out of her creamy chicken Caesar salad. And wait till you see what's for dinner.
Scalpel.
All right, spaghetti and meatballs, let's get going. We're gonna make a few small changes and keep you having spaghetti and meatballs.
All right.
Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, first thing, can you go to the pantry and grab some spaghetti?
Yes.
Now, I'm seeing some garlic. Do you want me to chop it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
You got it?
Yep.
Excellent, cool.
I love sliced
Brown. It's whole wheat. That's okay, we like this. All right, so here's the deal. We're gonna start by making a change straight off the bat. How much pasta do you cook when you usually make spaghetti and meatballs?
More than that.
More than that?
A lot more.
Okay, well, the good news is a quick way to remember what you want to do with pasta is do 2 ounces a person. To serve 4, that means half a box.
For 4 people?
4 people, half a box. Trust me.
Yikes.
A few small changes will get a smaller you. Let's heat up this pan. Would you put a little bit of olive oil inside it? Thank you. Now, what we're doing is we're gonna make a pasta sauce from scratch with tomatoes, a little garlic, a little basil.
Do you want the meat for the meatballs?
Yes, ma'am. Because what we're gonna be doing in this recipe is we're not gonna fry the meatballs, we're actually gonna cook the meatballs in the sauce.
Oh, I get it.
First thing, we're putting a little bit of day-old bread and we're soaking it in water.
What's that for?
That helps bind the meatball. We actually have 3 choices. We're gonna use veal, pork, and turkey.
Makes sense.
Yes, a lot of people go straight to turkey meatballs because they're like, oh, turkey lower in fat, but then they miss out on the flavor, and that's not what we're here to do.
Exactly. No one wants to compromise on the flavour or you won't eat it.
Well, first thing, will you squish out this breadcrumb and just add it right to our mixture? All right, since you're so good at the squishing, we have a new squishing job for you.
This is really fun. With clean hands, go in and just give it a jolly good squish.
Here we go.
All right, well done. Over to the
Scalpel.
sink.
Yeah. Okay, this is now going into the pan.
Wonderful. And actually, will you throw in a few, like 5 leaves of basil as well? Now, let me ask you something. Homemade pasta sauce, not that hard, right?
So easy. My boyfriend's father moved here from Italy when he was in his 20s, and whenever I try to make sauce from scratch, he's always, oh, that's not how it's done.
You did great with the egg before.
I know how to do it.
You do.
Huh?
No shell. There you go. I want you to try and make this sauce for your boyfriend's parents.
Ali, I can feel a
Down.
moment. Come on, let's have it. Whoa! Excellent.
Nice catch.
Now, tell me about why you want to drop a dress size.
Since I have moved in with my boyfriend, I've put on a full 15 pounds in that And then another big part of it, like I was saying before, Rob does most of the cooking and shopping because he gets home from work 3 hours before I do. And he's part of the reason I came here. He knows how unhappy I am. I mean, these are my fat jeans, and I could barely get them on today. I was struggling to close them, and they're the biggest ones I have. I've got to get back to the weight that I'm normally at.
Absolutely, and because, of course, it is a lifestyle change, you're not just going to be doing it for 3 months and then going back to the old self.
All right, so we're almost done with these meatballs. Want to grab just a handful of those minced onions?
So when do I put the cheese in?
Ah, sorry, forgot to mention, as well as a half a cup of Parmesan cheese.
Yes! Cheese is in. I'm gonna eat what I want, and I'm still gonna lose weight.
And here's a great little tool. So here's a little scoop you can use to make the meatballs. You're gonna wanna take out about a golf ball size and then gently roll them in your hands. You want a lot of air pockets in that meatball to catch the juice.
Oh, and we're cooking in the sauce.
So as soon as you're done, just plunk it in.
This makes me so happy. I hope I love this. Every time I go to a restaurant, if it has spaghetti and meatballs on the menu, I always order it. Even if it's only on the kids' menu, I'll be like, can I have a big girl version? Really? Yeah, I love spaghetti and meatballs.
And that bowl looks full. They just cook in half an hour because they're so tiny. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover them for the first 15 minutes, which helps lock the heat inside. And for the last 15 minutes, we'll uncover it. That way the sauce gets nice and thick and rich.
Nice.
Now, hygiene, please. Let's go and wash our hands, because that's raw meat.
Those are great.
Get in there.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, you can really smell the and now I messed up with her accent. Basil.
All right, let's start plating it up.
Ladies, you are spoiling me.
Now, you love spaghetti and meatballs, yeah?
Love it.
We just remade your spaghetti and meatballs with a lot less calories.
I don't want to hear it, but I'm assuming I'm going to.
I think we should try this first.
Here we go.
Wow. Isn't that good?
Thank you.
So that's good news,
Little
yeah?
balls of glory. This is making me so happy, you have no idea.
So here's a little more good news. Your old
That's
spaghetti and
embarrassing.
meatballs were 1,110 calories. But here's what you get instead. This spaghetti, homemade sauce, 5 beautiful meatballs with a lot of Parmesan cheese, 560 calories.
That's amazing!
Isn't that clever?
That is amazing, and it tastes better. It honestly tastes better. You're saving my life, my food life, my eating life. And it's still my favorite food.
And that is what Cook Yourself Thin is all about.
Speaking of cooking yourself thin, so what we have here for you, Katie, is a basket full of ingredients. They're gonna give you the tools to cook yourself thin.
Am I gonna take this whole thing home?
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
And here's the Cook Yourself Thin cookbook with even more recipes to help you drop a dress size.
Finally, I want to recap on the calories. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
braced.
Your old total was 2,850 calories, which hurts.
That's awful sounding.
Your new total is 1,237 calories.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You girls, you're pretty good.
We look forward to seeing you in 6 weeks' time.
I'll be a little bit slimmer.
Katie has been armed with better versions of banana chocolate chip muffins, chicken Caesar salad, and spaghetti and meatballs. It's been 6 weeks. Let's see if she's cooked herself thin.
Hi guys, I'm Katie's boyfriend Rob. Come on in.
Thanks.
Cool. Okay.
All right, guys, come on in and have a seat. I'll go and grab Katie for you.
Excellent.
All right.
A little applause, maybe?
You are. You look sensational.
Ta-da.
Katie.
Thank you, thank you. I'm shocked. I'm really surprised.
Did you ultimately drop a dress size?
I definitely dropped a dress size. I thought maybe I'll lose 5 pounds because I'll feel like I have to, but then like it just started working, and so I started working harder at it, and then it ended up like 10 pounds
There you
in
go.
6 weeks.
10 pounds! Supportive boyfriend, supportive boyfriend.
Katie, would you say that this has had an impact on your confidence as a whole?
Especially in these past couple weeks where I've begun to, instead of just seeing it on the scale, I've started feeling it, and I've started like seeing it a little bit, and people at work are being like, I think you've lost weight, is your face a little thinner? As soon as you hear that, you're like, ding, 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 I'm so pretty.
In just 6 weeks, Katie dropped a dress size. Now that's cooking yourself thin. Do you have a cook yourself thin favorite recipe that you've been making?
Yeah, meatballs. Make them all the time. That is our new spaghetti and meatballs.
Honestly, you did this for yourself, and you look sensational. You just radiate, so...
Thank you. And I honestly couldn't have done it without you ladies.
I don't know about you girls, but I think we should go because this girl's totally got it under control. I mean, seriously, well done. Come here, hug it out.